Okay, so today we are going to look at transactions fraud detection automation. So basically, what we do here is that we receive the transaction details through a Google form and store it in a Google Sheets. So we get those data from the Google Sheets, and then we find out four different risk factors, and then we calculate the total risk factors out of those four factors, and it is basically ranged for 100 per 100, like scored for 100, and if the score is like greater than 40% but less than 60%, it comes under flagged category. So we just update the status like this is the response we received from Google Form. Okay, so these are the details received from Google Form. This, leave out the status column. Like basically the other details are collected from Google Form, and then like if the score is greater than 40 and less than 60, it gets a status flagged. Okay, so like it gets a status flag, and then we send a Gmail to the customer stating that your transaction has been flagged. Like this is a sample one, you can see here. We send a such an email to the customer. Then similarly, like if it is greater than 60, then it comes under blocked category, and same like those flagged category, the status updates to blocked category. Like yeah, you can see here, like the status is changed to blocked, and a similar mail would be sent to the customer stating that their transaction has been blocked. Now moving on to the factors. Like basically we are looking into four major factors. Those are, first one is the amount risk. Like if the amount is like three times more than the average amount, like average transaction amount, then it gets a like 30 score. Like the maximum score amount risk can get is 30. Like these are the weightages assigned to those risks. Like total there are four risk factors, and amount risk weightage is 30 points. So if a transactions amount is greater than like more than three times the average transaction amount, then it gets 30 score. Then comes the velocity risk, that is like how much transaction has been done today by the user, and if it is greater than 3, it gets 40 points. Then the location risks. The if the IP address and the building country, like those, if that's a mismatch, then it gets 20 points. Then the new user risk. If the user lifetime transactions is 0, then it gets a 10 points. So summing up those four factors sums up to 100, and sums up to 100. Okay, so then like we, based on those factors, we collectively find the total risk by summing up all those four factors, and that's how we find the total risk and then assess it and then categorize it as status or blocked. So that's a little about today's automation.